my videos, right? You would have seen, I won't want to say reaction, but the response of the GMB CEO of how we just responded to everything that just happened right now, right? So for those who are just starting, for those the new staff and the new employees who are just joining us, don't look at Gtext Global as a very difficult place, right? I like to say that Gtext Global can be likened to a military culture, can be likened to a military background where you are refined, where you'll be built beyond who you are, and this is just the truth. For me as an individual, I would like to state that it's been a great experience for me. It's been a great learning phase for me, and I also like to make you understand that working here in Gtext Global has been the best career decision for me, yes, and it has been my greatest career success. I might not look it right in terms of my physical appearance and everything, but the things I've learned here, sincerely, Gtext Global is like a war front where indeed you learn the practicality of loyalty, and that is one thing I've learned here, right? I must say that. I've also understood many times I've defaulted, right, when it comes to being punctual, right? And this is my testimony. I can say it anywhere. I've understood the importance of punctuality as an individual, right? I've understood that to be a great core value that can help you, right, a whole lot. So that is one thing that I've learned also, loyalty, I've learned punctuality. Another thing, as an individual, I've been able to, Gtext Global has given me a platform to grow and to express my competence, to express my capacity. I'm grateful to God for making my path cross Gtext Global, because I have learned a lot. I've grown as an individual. I've met a lot of people. My network has increased. My network base has increased. I've been able to meet great people that I really don't think without working here I will be able to meet, from consultants, the likes of Izu, the likes of Pastor Niyi, and so many other persons. I have been able to work with some celebrities, right? I might not have been given the opportunity maybe if I was somewhere else, but because of the fact that I came to Gtext Global, that opportunity was given to me, right? I have also been able to learn one thing which is very key, right? Ownership and thinking fast forward. I've always learned here in Gtext Global that you don't toss responsibility to other people. When you are given the responsibility, you must learn to look for a means to solve it, right? Look for different solutions around that problem that is being tied around you, and make sure that it is solved without you relying on somebody else to get that job done. So I have learned that no matter what, I must always get my job done. So a whole lot I cannot say right here. I've learned resilience, yes.
And you've learned to be a public speaker and
MC. So a whole lot I can't really share. Yeah, a whole lot I can't really share, but thank you, Gtext Global. Thank you to the GMD. I think this is an opportunity to say thank you to Dr. Stephen Akintayo. It's been a great blessing.
You didn't tell us how you got to, because what we do was to recall, like, how did you get to know about Gtext? How did you join? And, and what's your name and your current role?
Okay, I got to know about Gtext in 2019. Firstly, okay, what I did was, then, of course, as a normal culture, Gtext will organize events for free. I think there was a conference I put out there. I saw it on Instagram, so I came there, I attended the event, and I think MD was having, I've forgotten the conference, so I walked up to him, I told him then I wanted to interview him, right? So I interviewed him, not knowing, a few months after I saw an interview for a position of customer care relations and all of that. So I applied. Luckily for me, I came into the system, I think 2019. And thus far, it has been a smooth journey moving from one department to another, learning a whole lot of things, right? Learning a whole lot of things. one thing I'm grateful for is the fact that I've been able to build myself, understood systems, understood structure. I have been able to also work with great people, right? That can also help me when I want to start my own venture in the future. So presently, I'm working as the inspection manager for Gtext Homes. I'm that one person that will take you to site, that will make sure that the deal is closed on site, and of course, make you happy anytime.
It's Choma. Okay, Choma is the someone. She looks tired.
It's sorry. I am actually. Sorry.
I hope you guys close the Ibadan.
Amen.
Go ahead.
So I'll be like, okay. So good evening, everybody. Actually, the journey with Gtext Homes has been a very wonderful one, I must say. Gtext Homes is a place of growth, is a place of development, as these are very key to the management. Like, I can say for certain that I knew nothing about structure, like how an organization is actually being structured, how businesses are being run. I knew nothing about all these things. I knew very little about leadership skills, to be candid. It was not until I got to Gtext Homes that my eyes was open to so many things that you need as a leader. I get to understand that it's very key as a leader to learn to delegate. It's very key. It is very key for a leader to also understand that you don't pass the blame around, you know, and you own this ownership. You own things. So when things go wrong, you take ownership. When things go right also, the kudos is being given to you, basically. So when it goes wrong too, you should also be able to take ownership for things going wrong. And then also, it was here I got to really understand the impact of your personality at workplace. To be candid, I really didn't take that seriously in the past. But I've come to understand that there's a whole lot that your personality has to play at your place of work, and how you relate with people. It goes a long way, and it's very, very important how you relate and carry people along at the place of work. So many key things. Gtext Homes is big on development. I must say this. Growth. They are big on growth. So you can't be in Gtext Home and not grow. It's not possible. Gtext Home will take you from one point to the other. Gtext Home will nurture you. Will take you from that crawling to walking to running to flying points that you need to get to in life. But most importantly, Gtext Home will make you understand that you need to be ambitious. You need to be ambitious. You need to set goals for yourself and be very deliberate, working towards your goals and making sure that you attain your goals. You don't just set goals and expect miracles to fall from heaven. You really need to put in the work. You need to be deliberate about the work you have to do to achieve those goals. And these and so many other things I have learned at Gtext Homes. I've learned to sell. Yes, I must say, I've learned to sell, because all I've always done was probably, you have an essential service, so people come to you. But this time around, I learned to actually go after people, not people coming to me this time around. Yes, you get to see people coming to you too, but at the same time, you also need to go out and find these people that actually need your products. Like Rakada will always say, to be a good salesperson, you need to learn to go out to meet your clients and not even just sit and wait for your clients to come locate you, but rather you go out and locate your clients. And These trainings have been very, very wonderful. I've had life-changing experiences at Gtext Homes. I've had my first trip to Dubai from Gtext Homes. Yes! I've never been to Dubai before. I've always admired the pictures, the videos that I see online and all of that. And it came like a surprise. It was not something that was anticipated at the beginning of the year. In fact, the New Year gifts came early for me. And yes, I had a wonderful experience. It was wonderful. It was amazing training sessions. It was amazing fun sessions. It was an amazing and an awesome time all together, thanks to Gtext Homes. If I begin to say everything that I've gotten from Gtext Homes in less than a year, yes, in less than a year, I must say, I won't be able to finish it. But I just want to use this opportunity to say a big thank you to Gtext Global, to Dr. Stephen Akintayo and his wife, Mrs. BC Akintayo, for always looking out for their staff. They look out for us every now and then. At times you might feel like the push is too much, but it's actually needed for you to get to where you're going to. Like, you know, they say tough times never last, but tough people do. Yes, that they will impact into you and they will push you until you are able to take those giant steps that you need to take to get to the desired place. So I really want to thank you. Thank you so much. It's been a very awesome time for Gtext.
Farouk. It's okay.
So my name is Eric, as you all know.
Please speak Nigerian.
It's a global my Gtext story is it's quite amazing and it's very long. So I'm just going to make it short. So I joined Gtext December 5th of December 2019. But before I joined Gtext, I got to know the MD sometime around August 2019. So how did it happen? I was on Instagram, right? Normal, trying to see some stuff on Instagram, and I saw an ad of a consulting firm requesting for a web designer, which was what the MD posted on his Instagram handle then. So I messaged him on WhatsApp, and the first question he asked me was, I need to see your profile. What can you do? So this was actually like the first time somebody is asking me, trying to know what I can do, instead of asking me questions related to what are your educational qualifications and some other things like that. So I had that experience, I had that feeling like this can be something different. This can be something that has to do with a life-changing person or something like that. So what I did was, before I replied to his message, I had to go Google his name on Google, look for his. So when I saw his Facebook page and I saw the kind of content he was posting, the kind of Facebook live video he has done, like a video that struck me was the one he did in 2017 that talked about why African parents keep having the mindset of raising their children with a poor mindset related to them not was talking about just basically African parents thinking that the best way to raise their children is just by sending them to school and all that. So after watching that video, I made up my mind that this is the kind of person I was going to work for, because personally I had this mindset that I wasn't going to work for anybody. My life just going to be self-made and all that. So I never had that mindset of I was meant to serve, right, before getting to learn things. So I replied his message. I said I gave him my LinkedIn profile and some of the works I've done so far. So he gave me a test on the website to do, which I passed through. So that took after 2 months, he messaged me and asked me if I would be able to do a project.
a website like that. I said yes. So let me just cut the story short. I joined Gtext 2019. So getting into Gtext, so I also want to give this advice to most of the people here. There are some things that are distractions to you. What were my distractions then? I love coding. I had the passion for computer programming, but I looked at myself that if I really want to learn from this system, if I really want to learn, I had to keep those things that get me distracted and focus on what I'm here to do. So my journey so far has been it has been amazing. Like getting to know, meeting a lot of people who, like, working with people from different backgrounds and different aspects of life has been amazing to me. And it has also made me understand that life, going in life is not all about the skill you have. There's some other things you need to have, like communication skill. My communication skill got better in Gtext. My leadership skill got better in Gtext. Like, all my life has been just tech and nothing else. I couldn't possibly interact or communicate with other people because I just work with computer gadgets and all that. So I feel I don't need to relate with humans. but honestly, Gtext has turned my life around. I just want to also use this opportunity to say a big thank you to the MD because he has been the kind of person that I've messed up a lot of times. David will always say, I've been fired in Gtext for like 20 times. I don't see everything. So, but when the MD was hard at me initially, something told me that for someone to be hard on you like this, that means he really wants you to grow. Right? Because not every entrepreneur, every CEO will have the time to tell you this is what to do, this is not what to do. But so I initially I wasn't happy when he gets me to get things done. Then because I like to take my own time because perfection is really bad. I like to take my own time to get it done. So when he said I need it now. It gets me thinking like, but along the line I had to learn, right? I had no choice than to learn. I had to learn to manage time, learn how to multitask. Sometimes I was having this project then. I was working on this project and the project was stretching me a lot. So I took a leave. I sent a mail that I needed 2 days to think of how to come up with a solution on this. So the MD replied immediately and said, you better go and read books on multitasking and stop giving me useless excuses. So I replied, I'm sorry, so I'll get better. So, but it's not funny actually. So, but I'm really grateful. Like I would say over the past 6 months, personally I have improved. Like people who
and I agree.
People like learning how to work with people. I wasn't a team player then, so but Gtext has helped me to understand that even though if I really want to grow in life, I need people to work with. I need people to communicate with. I need people to, a lot of things.
We invite you for second service.
I'll basically say it's like what's the story? So, but I'll be true. I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful for being strength. Like I always ask myself every day. I need bigger responsibilities for me to do. I don't like doing the same thing over again. It gets me bored. Yeah, but Gtext has helped me to get like there's some projects that will fix I work on daily basis.
Does that mean we should give you more projects?
Yes, sir.
Building capacity.
Yes, I'm actually. So Gtext is just. I always tell people. Some of my guys will ask me, can I work in your company? They will ask me what is the pay like? When I tell them, they say, what do you think? What are you still doing there? You know, that kind of question people try to ask just to discourage you from what you're doing. But I always tell myself that I'm not in Gtext to earn. I'm in Gtext to learn. Right? My coming to Gtext is to build capacity. That was the mindset that I had coming to Gtext. So I'm grateful today that I've grown from all right.
Next person. Good.
Thank you.
One get 3 subsidiaries.
Hello. Good evening. Praise Jesus. Amen. Amen. So how did I get to know about Gtext Global? My daddy's office is in the same building as Gtext. As former Gtext Global. That building where they climb the doors. Yeah, but my daddy's office is on the 3rd floor, you know. Alright, so I just finished NYSC, and if you know me very well, I don't like staying in one place. So I didn't have a job then, and then I just finished surgery and all those things. So I just needed something to do. So I was like, anything that is close to the house, no matter the pay, I'll accept it like that. Because from the place to my house is just 100 naira bike. So I said, oh, Golden, let's do this now. I saw the vacancy there. I applied for logistics manager. That time. So I got Madam saw me, she did interview, and she said, okay, I should become that I can't do the job of the logistics because it's very strenuous and I'm a woman. So I should become her CRM. And that was how I started CRM. Before you know it, in this office you have to have plenty roles. Yes. I started uploading things on websites. Then before you know it, we went for introduction in the school to do the regular, what do you call that thing? Charity that we do. She introduced me as PA. Since that day, I became PA. So next time, I think as a sweet person I am, Dr. Steven, called me to order and told me that I should come and be his PA. So in ending of June, I came to Gtext, and then I was like, what am I doing here? Because when you're just told to just move, the same way I was told to move from PA to assistant manager. So I stepped in PA since June. That's for Dr. Steven. I was here when his name changed from Mr. to Doctor. So it has been great working with. I've worked for Ginido, Gtext Homes, Technical Consulting. Now I'm working for Gtext. So it has been great being a CRM agent, making sales for Dr. Steven, making sales for mini importation, teaching mini importation. Like if I was to start my own mini importation, I think I would be able to start something. Yes, and also it has just been, everything has been great. I learned a lot from Dr. Steven. Working closely with him is not easy. Like I've never gone to site before to do a video by myself. But then when I did that video, though I was not happy that Dr. Steven did not praise me himself. But then the praise I got was like, you've learned from the boss himself. You followed him a lot, so you did it just like him.
I like the video. You did
Golden, you did it well. I was like, oh wow, I didn't know that this was my first time doing it, and I didn't know I did exactly like him. So I've stayed with him. I know like his next thing. I know that sometimes he makes these jokes that you have to laugh to. And you don't laugh to it, then you do not get the joke. So I know I laugh to all his jokes because I get them. And okay, so it has just been very, very great. I've learned a lot. Like there are some things that MD says, you have said it so many times, like when you just talk to me, just finish it for me. Yes. Okay, so I've learned a lot about coaching, about being yourself. See, even the Grant Cardone training, the Metropolitan School of Business, they just gave us a free training which I've even finished too. So like the exposure is great. How to sell a house, Pastor Ni, Izu, there are so many trainings I've done I've worked here for more than a year. I started working here in January 2020. I know that it takes a strong mind to stay here. If I wanted to leave, I would have left since. But then I see people just come here and just because just little threats. They are doing here. And they leave. I mean, like, you don't know MD. He's actually such a good person. Like he can talk, threaten you, but then it ends there. He will just, he just. Saying this so that you improve. Once you improve, you'll still be the same person to encourage you. But then when you take his words for this thing, before you know it, next thing you are seeing his resignation letter. But I just want you to take note that here is a place to build yourself.